All right. Hey, everybody. So we just wanted to do a quick little live chat and kind of show a little behind the scenes and show off kind of our new studio we just moved into. This is, it's been kind of a lot of work for the past couple months trying to wrap this up and get it all set up so we can start filming here and editing here and just kind of do a nice production flow that allows us to produce the challenging content that we tried to produce here.
Oh, hey, Adam Longmire. Joined us on our last chat.
We just wrapped up a live chat with our patrons. And so if you aren't a supporter, you should consider supporting us, and you can have a more exclusive chat.
Whoa, there's a lot of comments coming in.
Are there?
Yeah, check this out.
Nice.
Woo!
I can't even find where it is.
Notice me!
Is it? Hold on. So
My mom says hi. Oh, wow. Some things I can't
All right,
say.
so where should we get started?
Well, if you want, so should we start with introductions?
Yeah, oh yeah, I guess you might not necessarily know who these two guys are unless you're like really diehard fans. This is basically the core of our team. This is Brian, this is Chris. Chris is usually the one behind the camera. Brian's the one kind of setting up shoots and making contact with people. Here's the other member of our team. Her name is Dobby. She's likes to be in every shot, if you haven't noticed. And we have a few other people help us behind the camera today, and behind the microphone is Taylor, who's been in a couple videos, both to help me with some audio and for tasting some of the Thanksgiving stuff. He does all the music for us, and he actually is sharing this office with us and has his own section of it for himself. Then we also have this editor who assists us and the interns who you may have seen testing some of our products. Out.
Any questions for us?
Well, so we wanted to start by just giving an overview because we got, just this past week, we got an extra 200,000 subscribers to our channel. So a lot of people who didn't know about us until last week. So wanted to give a little bit of a background as to who we are and why we're on YouTube. You know, as you know, we are kind of a different type of channel than a lot of the vlog type channels. So a little bit giving you a little bit of a context as to where we came from, thought might be helpful. We launched on YouTube back in February of 2015, and this was after trying kind of making a run on local television with 8 episodes of this series. We kind of languished on YouTube until the Andy cut down the sandwich video into a sizzle reel, and you want to take it from there?
Yeah, so sandwich thing I actually did like 5 years ago, just as a documentary on my own, and eventually led into doing it, trying to get it onto TV, and we got it on got some local television airtime. That didn't really go anywhere. Mostly just cost us a bunch of money, and then we're gonna try YouTube. Like, we made a bunch of really cool content. Let's put it on there, and maybe somebody will see it. I was like, you're generally shorter videos are what people watch. So I'll take this originally 40-minute documentary and make it 3 minutes, and maybe that somebody will watch that. And then that ended up going viral, and kind of everybody seemed to have seen it. It was like on so many different websites. It was surprisingly shared well. I had people I knew in other countries telling me that, oh, it's on the radio. So that was a really strong start. And then from there, it's been a struggle, I would say, to kind of figure out how to adapt a TV concept that was originally a documentary concept to fit into a YouTube. And kind of been experimenting and trying different ways to make it work. And I think we're finally starting to get into a flow. Somebody's very popular here.
I'll turn my phone off.
Not me.
What was it?
So if you're like going back into our old content, you see how we have maybe like 8 episodes on making the sandwich, or on the suit, or tools, and that's partly because they originally started out as full, like 23-minute episodes. So we've been, so I wanted to give you a rundown of kind of our first topics, which was kind of, I feel like a nice kind of overview of the type of content that we enjoyed making. We did the sandwich, suit from scratch, tools, bottle, root beer float, Thanksgiving dinner, book, chocolate bar, and which was a really nice overview. And it seems like now we're kind of tapping back into some of those topics to expand. But wanted to address why have we kind of lately moved away from food content?
Well, that has to do with things kind of coming full circle and being given an opportunity for a TV show. And we shot a pilot with that at the beginning of the year. And unfortunately, at this point, it's kind of stalled out and might not necessarily be going anywhere. So we're just kind of focusing back on YouTube. And so far, it's going very well with our second kind of viral video with the Obsidian casting, which was kind of a whole different kind of viral, where it was just within YouTube, and we did something that kind of resonated with the algorithm, I guess. And I think it was just, we saw what was working. Our last video, that was the most popular video of last year, was one on Obsidian. A lot of people now were asking for this video, so it just seemed like a natural, well, fan service, I'll give it a shot. Like, it doesn't really have much of a purpose, because it's going to be it's just a glass knife. But it was an interesting challenge that I enjoyed kind of trying to figure out. So we didn't game the system or anything, despite all the memes about it being forced down people's throat, apparently. Very entertaining to see those memes, I have to say. It's I was very surprised when I saw it. Like, wait, that's my video. It's like, we have a hard time getting awareness, and like now people are complaining they're too aware of our videos, and it's a nice reversal, and hopefully this isn't just a one-time thing. Hopefully we can continue to have exposure and continue to grow and produce better and better videos.
Yeah, and I think that part of what we've been dabbling with is trying to be more playful on YouTube in terms of like, hey, let's just try this instead of having a real plan as to why, how does this fall into our genre as, trying to make everything from scratch. I mean, do you want to talk about that? Because I feel like the great thing about being on YouTube is that can be kind of an evolutionary process that we're going through. And we can try stuff, and if it doesn't work out, we can kind of move in a different direction.
Yeah, I mean, to kind of exist in a modern media format, you have to be able to adapt and pivot and change, and the core of our series is always going to be there, and because that's kind of what sucked us in and is our drive, but we're welcome to dabble in other areas and expand our area. It's I mean, we've literally limited ourselves to everything, so we have a large domain. And to go back before I went off on a tangent, the original thread we started on was food. Why we aren't doing food anymore. That TV show was food-based, so in order to get a contract, we had to give up the rights to produce food while it was still alive. At this point, we still don't have those rights, but we will hopefully be getting them back, and then we will resume doing food. And it actually worked out pretty well, because I had kind of listed out a bunch of topics I wanted to explore into, and kind of, I guess it's kind of inspired by Lewis Dartnell and his challenge of doing photography. It's just kind of like, can I do that? And like kind of pushed a little bit further of like wanting to do more modern inventions, kind of like that. So it's kind of had a whole agenda there that departed away from food, which prior was kind of our bread and butter, which are food. But food is always fun, and we definitely are excited to get back into it and doing other things like brewing. We haven't done brewing in a while.
Yeah, that would be fun. So we're hoping to come back with those the food and the brewing content, because that was a lot of fun. But until then, do you want to talk about some of the upcoming projects you got?
Yeah, so we're continuing some series we've already started. We're doing the weapon series, so like I teased in the Obsidian video, we'll hopefully moving on into copper in the next few weeks. So you got to figure out a few details on that, of the smelting, extracting the ore, and then casting it into a sword, and then eventually moving on. We have other things like bow and arrow. We already have an expert lined up, thanks to Taylor. And then we have our money series, where we got the silver now, so I'm going to be minting a coin pretty soon here. Just cast a bronze die to imprint a custom pattern into it to make my own currency. And then I'm growing right now. I grew some cotton. I actually have some cotton left over growing still right behind me. Is that in the shot? Yep, that's in the shot. It's that plant right there, little bale on it. That was a little dwarf plant that I kept. So I grew that last year, and then this year I have a whole quarter plot of flax as the other kind of crucial ingredient for making something similar to American money, and also growing some green dyes. And see what else. And we have a musical. We're going to do a whole series on making musical instruments. We started in the beginning when we got the pig hide for the football, which is right there. Got all of our stuff on the wall. I also got another hide that we tanned, or dried, I guess would be technically accurate, to use to make a drum with that. So that's still sitting in your backyard, Chris.
Yeah, there was a rotten pig carcass in my garage for how many months, dude? Yeah, now there's one next to my garage, just drying out slowly. I mean, it's much preferable than being inside the actual place. So,
yeah, so that is ready to be wrapped up, and then we're going to start doing more musical instruments, kind of moving through, getting more and more complex, eventually hopefully getting to a guitar and even like a small piano. What else we got? The Obsidian itself, we're actually working on a sequel today to try and glass work with it. We tried to blow it as well. That didn't work too well. Working it was fairly well till the glass blower we work with got a little overconfident and it fell off. But we're going to give it another shot and get a knife, and hopefully we can actually put an edge on it and something that would actually be a knife.
what do you think? Should we just become an Obsidian channel so we'll always see your content just constantly invading your space? No? Okay. All right.
So a lot of people wanted us to make a nuclear reactor, which I think is a little bit out of scope.
Yeah, we got the silver. There was a chance we could also get uranium, and I was kind of hoping we'd get like a little bit we could maybe do something with, but as Cody showed, not very reactive. So that one's going to be on the back burner for a while, I'm afraid.
One banana.
But I think something that's practical is shoes, which is something that we do have on our radar to make shoes from scratch.
Yeah, it's been on the radar since we made the suit. We made a full formal suit, no footwear. So someday we might get into that.
You are starting to grow a rubber plant.
Yeah, that's right there. That's kind of secondary, tertiary now at this point, I guess. We were originally hoping to get this special plant that grows in the desert of Mexico. I talked to a few companies that are growing it as a substitute for growing rubber. And
it's very proprietary.
Yeah, it didn't work out. So then I was trying to grow Russian dandelions, a special breed that produce more latex. But apparently it's really hard to grow dandelions when you want to, and they have all died. So now we have this plant. I'm going to give the dandelions another shot, maybe grow them indoor.
So, hey Chris, fix your mic.
So many comments. Oh, sorry.
Oh, Andy too? Oh, your mic is rustling. Is it your beard?
Is it my beard?
No, it's Andy's beard, maybe. Okay.
You call that a beard?
No, scruff.
All right.
So why don't we do a tour? Andy's going to walk around with this camera and give you a little tour of the studio. So
First, you gotta update your software.
right, remind me later. So Taylor, can you switch this camera? It's switched. Okay, so go ahead, Andy.
All right, we'll start with the everybody cares about Dobby. This is her perch. Here is our supply of all the different minerals we've collected, and look right there, we got our borax. That is going to be a very crucial ingredient for some upcoming videos. Here we just have kind of leftover supplies, some kilns.
What's in that
That's
Target
Taylor.
bag?
Target pig? Oh, that's Chris's piss. Why'd you do that?
I don't know.
So introduce Taylor.
Yeah, Taylor, it's our sound guy. He's operating our live stream right now. You may have seen him in a few other videos we've done, and you'll probably be seeing him a lot in our music series. Just general, this is the closet garden. I just moved it into here, and so I can take better care of it. In the closet, kind of forgot about it. This is a project I did, was it last year? Sometime last year, to grow a salad in my closet, and I updated it to a hydroponic system, thanks to some suggestions, and still working out the kinks and trying to get it. Right now it's mostly basil, because all the other stuff kind of kept dying. I also have plant dye matter that, was that red, I believe, the roots are used for. We have some other plants here trying to grow. You have some tobacco that all died. Some turnips. We have a marshmallow plant, mystery plant. We have quinoa. What else? Carolina Reaper for peppers that I'm going to attempt to extract the Caspian and make pepper spray. And then here is algae kit. Somebody sent me, a fan who has a company called, I believe it's Spiro, and they make algae. Specific type. It starts with Spiro. I don't remember the name. But that can be eaten, can also be used as a plant dye. It's kind of a very interesting topic that I've kind of not looked too deeply into, but should.
I'm going to light that thing up for you really quick.
Oh, yes. Right now it's an off. Ooh. Fancy. Here is our separate office space for the editing and everything. It's kind of a kitchen set / laboratory. And right now on the hot plate and stir plate, it's off right now, but this is a culture of lactic acid that is fermenting in sugar water, and we are doing that with a collaboration with the U of M to produce bioplastic, PLA. So we'll be doing that beginning of September. And here's our wall of all of our, at least some of our previous projects. We got our bottles, the ostrich egg and gourds, glass, clay, our telly, our football, Minecraft sword, Obsidian, all the different glasses I made. This one was sugar glasses I made. The sugar slowly dripped out and made a huge mess, so that's gone now. This is the infamous Obsidian Sword. The back of it is covered in epoxy to hold it into one piece. And that's my book I made. It's got a bullet hole in it because it's made from deer hide. Here's the cotton plant. And this is the turmeric that I used to have two of them. One went into the candy corn for the yellow dye, and this other one, I thought it was dead, but I was able to nurse it back to life now. It's doing pretty good. We got some lemongrass and also a citronella plant. We're hoping to do a small little video on making bug spray. This is the aloe that was used in the sunscreen and probably using again in a future video. And then the rubber plant. Did I miss anything?
You got high hopes for those rubber plants?
I don't know. I haven't really looked into it.
I'm old.
All right.
So we're new to this live chat. Apparently somebody's giving us some money through the live chat. Which
What? We can make money?
You can make money? Send it all.
we greatly appreciate it. But we're kind of new to this. So So if we're not doing it right, then we apologize.
$20, thanks.
Somebody asked us, why do we look so sad? And I have a feeling it's because we're just tired. But we are going to get more animated in future live chats. Because this is kind of fun.
Yeah, it's been a busy week. I think he gave money to, so you specifically read his message. So you should probably read it.
Yeah, read that message.
So Monty O says, I've been here since the suit, and I'm glad to see you guys grow so much. You should try making a light bulb once you get glass making down, which we are going to do.
Yes, and going into electronics is a huge goal, and light bulb will be probably one of the first ones, I think. It's going to combine a lot of different things with wire making and the filament making and glass making, and should be an interesting challenge.
Gonna make one like Edison? Is that the inventor? I went to art school. Yeah, anyone have any hookups to a tungsten mine? Any type of mine, really. And don't say Minecraft. My computer's not fast enough. All right.
So somebody previously asked about, I think they might have come in late about trying to cast the Obsidian, which we are trying to do again.
Not cast it, though. We're trying to glasswork it, which has more potential, I think, but also new challenges. And I'm working with a professional glassblower, which has been nice to not have to figure out everything myself. So just watching him, like knowing when to do certain things to work it, where like I would have messed up right there, I would have messed up right there, and that would have been 10 attempts right there to do. So and then he messed up anyways. So even when you're professional, it's not guaranteed success.
Yeah, it's super hard.
Can you mute that so we don't get an echo?
I only see the $20 donation. Someone apparently sent $5 and $2. Let's try to read their comments.
We're just kind of trying out this live format, so let us know if you like it and want to see more of it. It's a little nerve-wracking because generally I get to edit myself and make myself look good. So hopefully real me isn't turning people off to this.
I found the $2 comment. Would you consider doing HTME cigarettes? Yeah, he just showed you tobacco plants, and they died.
The ones I planted in there, I think I might still have them in my garden. They got kind of taken over by some pumpkins. I'm going to try and do that at some point.
I don't see the $5 one, though.
Yeah, I don't either. Okay. So did you talk about what we have upcoming just in the near term?
Roughly. I mean, we got the glass working on the Obsidian. Hopefully get that wrapped up soon. We have we're casting to make a die to what's the word?
Stamp a coin.
Yeah, mint a coin.
Coin.
Yeah. So those will be our upcoming videos. What else do I have? And I'm going to finally, hopefully, solve the clear glass. I have some initial experiments that have shown to be very promising to kind of finally solve my long-term nemesis of opaque glass. And let's just say it involves laundry detergent.
Yes, and so we're going to be doing a laundry series coming up.
Yeah. So to make clear glass, you need to do your laundry.
And brush your
obvious.
teeth.
And brush your teeth.
Yep.
Right.
And make your own soap. Apparently, in the process of doing all my cosmetic and toiletries, I've been learning all the necessary skills to chemically purify and make clear glass. So, might not have seen that coming. Plot twist.
Who was almost killed in the pickle experiment, Annie?
My friend Daniel.
Did he get botulism or not quite?
He's just being over dramatic. He was fine. He only vomited a few times.
So to answer your question about professional chemistry experts.
I've talked with Red Nile or Nile Red. I always mix it up.
Yeah.
But he is going to be helping, hopefully, figure out a plan. Still need to respond to his email. But with the making film from scratch, he's going to be helping us with that. And we also trying to get some extra chemistry help behind the scenes with like a friend of Chris's to help us as we kind of dig into more complicated things that are becoming more challenging, and hopefully get a little bit better success.
Yeah.
Maybe might film it. We'll see.
And I think, people are asking about collabs, and, we're always interested in figuring out collaborations if they can work out organically. A lot of times, as a YouTuber, you need to make it work with your channel and with your audience. And so far, the collaborations we've done have worked really well. I think it would be a lot of fun to collaborate with the Primitive Technology guy, but it's kind of like I don't know, I haven't watched in a while, but his thing is kind of being solo, right? So it'd be kind of hard.
Yeah. I don't even know if he has a computer.
You could take off your shirt and just not talk to them all day and smash things.
Right.
It's not that different, Andy.
But we are interested, and I think we would love to get back to Utah, and do more with Cody.
Oh, and Grant too. Grant was pretty good to us. He's a nice guy.
Yeah. So Big Joe, sorry Big Joe, we missed your first donation. Here's another. I support fellow Minnesota YouTube creators as much as I can.
Well, you should have ignored
Are
it.
you
so
a YouTube creator? He's a YouTube? We want to meet more
fellow
YouTubers.
Minnesotans. Yeah. And we're going to try to do a meetup at some point soon, a local meetup. So we'll definitely let you know when we do that. So we're just about out of time. Trying to look at any last
Seems like
comments.
We could go all night. I can't read all these. Whoa! Yeah, check it. Hey, we just got $5 more, or is that the same guy?
But we're hoping that we can do more of these, maybe once every other month, and then expand it if it kind of becomes a big enough, a popular thing. But we are also trying to expand some of our other platforms. One being Instagram. So if you guys are on Instagram, please follow us, because we're really eager to kind of get up to over 10,000 followers on that, to really help us unlock the full potential of that platform.
Apparently, yeah, we can share our links. Apparently,
that's right.
That's crazy.
So I'm managing the Instagram, so that's why I'm pushing that. Facebook, not so much. I'm just kind of holding out on Facebook.
What's Facebook?
I know. And then Twitter, we're not doing too much on Twitter right now, but we manage it a little bit.
Yeah, I answer questions people have.
Yeah. But we're really enjoying working on YouTube. We're manning the community tab on YouTube. So if you ever have questions or comments, feel free to put them there. That's probably our first place to communicate with you guys. Instagram is a place where we are going to try to put a lot more kind of behind the scenes content leading up to our next release.
I also need to give a mention. We have a Discord channel, so check that out. Trying to boost that up. We have a whole research section of that for people to assist and help me find things, figure out plans for things, so I can actually succeed more often. So far, it's already been a huge help, and I have some great people helping me out there. So if you're interested, join that. Otherwise, there's just general ones there about miscellaneous talk. I'm always on there, at least lurking. I read everything. So
we
join.
just got a few more donations, it looks like. We got a 10, and another 20.
Wow.
What are your thoughts on trying to make a welding rod from scratch? Hard-boiled Greg. Welding rod from scratch.
I'm not super familiar with welding, so I don't know what that would entail.
I think we are interested. I am interested in welding, and we're gonna try to
Yeah.
get that kind of integrated into
We're
a
just
project coming up.
We're just touching on metals now,
Yeah.
so getting more and more into it, and will be interesting. I'll have to look at more into that.
FDR Martin didn't ask a question. He just
Just give us money.
just gave us money. Thanks,
Wow, thank you.
dude.
You gonna read Monty O's?
He gave us money earlier too.
You guys should also attempt to make the metal ligma. It's
Oh
an
my
al.
God.
Oh, you know what that is?
That's like the fake disease, isn't it?
What?
Yeah.
It's the new up dog.
What's up, dog? Do you have any up, dog? Taylor, what about
That's
you?
beyond me.
What's up, dog?
All right.
What's up, dog?
What?
What's
What is up, dog?
Wait, what's up, dog?
My dog's name is Bosco.
all right?
Anyways.
So, any more super chats before we wrap this up?
Send us money. We'll stay all night.
Yes.
We need to pay off our student loans. If you come to Minneapolis, buy us lunch. We're starving. Well, obviously not me, but yeah. All right. Yeah, these guys are awesome. I want to talk to them more. Ooh, $1 from Age Multimedia. Oops. I don't see.
Yeah, I can't read that.
No question.
Or it's just
no,
it's just
it's
a
just-
donation.
Just a friendly hello
Okay.
with money. What's up, dog? What? That's what we were trying to figure out.
All right.
420.
All right, before this devolves into anarchy, maybe we should wrap it up. But thanks for tuning in, and we'll try to do this more. This was fun. It was a good test.
Let us know if you liked it. We're going to slowly get more comfortable with this. It's very nerve-wracking. I was nervous all day. Like, I'm going to say something stupid all over live video, and I'm not going to be able to stop it.
Right.
So,
Just lean into it, man. It's not that bad. All right.
all right. Thanks, everybody, for watching, and I hope you stay tuned for future videos.
Bye. We'll miss you.